As people around the world are battling with the COVID-19 pandemic and the effects it has posed to mankind, some of the oldest challenges still exist amongst us, and they are rapidly escalating. One of the challenges is climate change. The effects of climate change have long plagued mankind. However, in recent years, these problems have grown worse as a result of overpopulation. Population growth has led to scramble over natural resources such as trees and agricultural land, leading to deforestation. When deforestation occurs, the amount of water that is returned to the atmosphere through trees and vegetative cover is also reduced, resulting in low rainfall. Low rainfalls have been contributing to the drying up of water sources like rivers and lakes. Lake Chirwa is one of the affected sources. The lake basin has been struggling with frequent dry-ups. Although the water levels in the lake vary each rainy season, in recent years there has been a huge decrease in the amount of water the lake can hold. This is Kachuru in Zomba. This is one of the places where Lake Chirwa basin passes, and Kachuru Harbour is a business hub. Businesses of selling fish, motorcycle taxis, and water transportation are the order of the day. It is a sunny afternoon at Kachuru, and people around the area and beyond are patronizing the shores of Lake Chirwa for trade and fishing activities. Samson Peyavea is a fisherman. Peyavea laments on how the recent reduction of water levels in the lake have affected his business.
When the lake dries, people who depend on it go hungry. This is because we are able to sell the fish we catch from the lake and feed our families. In a year, when there is a lot of sun, the fish float on the water because of heat.
Tuonge Nzumala of Wildlife and Environmental Society of Malawi, WEZIM, stresses that for Malawi to address the drying up of water sources, there is a need to grow trees, unlike a popular routine of planting trees during a rainy season.
In our society, we call it growing trees rather than planting, and that's what we need to be doing, is growing trees. And I think the government would really help if they put in incentives about what happens when people can show that they've planted this year, they've gone back next year and taken care, because planted trees need to be taken care of. They are very different from trees that are growing naturally. So all our corporate members and corporate organizations that are helping and participating in this process of trying to plant more trees should also take part in trying to grow trees. So they go back to the same areas where they had planted before, make sure that those trees have been taken care of, replant where they might have, things may not have grown. And so we need to have that process. So we can't just plant here today, then next year we are planting in a different place. We need to go back to the same places and maintain and take care, replace, because that's what planted trees need to. Unless you are, trying to regenerate naturally, then, we're talking of a different situation. But if you have planted, you must grow, you must care for at least 2, 3, 4 years before those trees have taken root and can take care of themselves. For what is really important is securing our river systems. So if government can really enforce the laws that are already there about how far away from a river one can put their gardens, and also just put in a mandate in terms of what should 10 meters from the river look like. So we must have which kind of trees, we must have which kind of grasses growing, and this kind. And once we start building those ecosystems and really securing the rivers and the areas around the river, then we can start, talking about building our river systems and securing our freshwater systems for the future.
Professor Sosten Chiwota of Leadership for Environmental and Development Lead has been conducting research on Lake Chirwa for more than 25 years. Chiwota points out on the need to use data-driven interventions if Malawi is to control the impacts of climate change.
As you know, weather is coming with extremes. Data is important so that people know in advance if there's going to be an extreme weather event, so that the people are not taken by surprise. Those that are involved in humanitarian response can actually prepare ahead of time, but also even the communities themselves get prepared. It happened twice for us. We installed with the Department of Water water monitoring gauges on Domasi River, and we trained local people to actually monitor, and they were told if the water level reaches this high, then it means there's going to be a flood downstream, so you need to warn the people. And so they were able to do that.
As the world continues to find more sustainable means to fight climate change and to make a more resilient planet Earth, there is a great need for climate actors to utilize data-driven interventions. Through collaborated efforts and climate finance, a resilient future is possible.